it is National Day in Cameroon, so happy 50th National Day to Cameroon today. And I'm so excited to share our experience and to also share what we are facing currently in Cameroon. So during the first phase of the CTAP project in Cameroon, we tracked COVID funds and also track the state of primary health care centers in 5 regions in Cameroon. And we face and we could see the reality of what citizens in the grassroots area face during the pandemic. So like you rightly said, there are a lot of challenges that I would not even like to start mentioning, so I save time. We face these primary healthcare services face a lot of challenges, and we felt like, okay, what's the solution? What factor can be used to make sure that funds dedicated to healthcare centers are used effectively? So we were like, okay, OGP, it's essential when it comes to the proper management of health funds. And unfortunately, I may say that Cameroon is not yet a member of the OGP, but conversations around this, the conversation about Cameroon becoming a member of OGP started in 2018, where we saw civil society organizations, local government, and some parliamentarians coming together to see to see how Cameroon can be eligible, become an eligible member of the OGP. So during that time, 4 working groups were created, and these 4 working groups corresponded to the criteria that Cameroon has to score to become a member of the OGP. So till then, Cameroon, during this working groups, we managed to score 7 on 16. And this is not a positive score to become a member of the OGP, but we've been having conversations around sensitizing on the importance of budget transparency, access to information, declaration of assets of elected members, and citizens' participation. So we at Follow the Money Cameroon and ADE, we felt like we need to contribute and we need to talk about the importance of OGP in the national territory. So we started an online campaign. This institution has shown its interest in participating in the process of Cameroon becoming a member of the OGP. So we had conversations on how we can score more, we can have more scores and engage with citizens and engage with the government. And we were also supposed to have a stakeholder meeting, an OGP stakeholder meeting this week, but it wasn't possible because today is the National Day and everything was just focused on National Day. But we're looking forward to having this meeting, this conversation, first week of June. So I will not stress more to say how important is it for Cameroon to become a member so that it would bring back the trust between government and its citizens, because we saw that during the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, when when the government, the Consupe published the report on the management of COVID funds that shows a lot of misappropriation of funds, embezzlement and corruption. And still yet we don't even know what has happened to those that were involved in this in the mismanagement of funds. So we're asking ourselves this question: what is really happening? This report was clear, but actions need to be taken. So we believe that with the coming of OGP, or Cameroon becoming a member of OGP and respecting these 4 criteria on that access to information, which is a huge challenge we face during our work in tracing the state of primary healthcare services, and also citizens' participation. Citizens are not actively participating because they felt like, what's the need for participating when we know already the results? So we felt like, no, it is the moment to sensitize our population first, and telling them the importance, and also training them on the importance of budget transparency. So we also came up with a project called Know Your Budget, where we share information on the fiscal budget of every year, and we detail it with beautiful graph also for the citizens to understand how budget are being dispatched to the different sectors, which is education. And we focus on 3 thematic sectors, which is basic education, basic health, and and water sanitation. So what we did every year, what we do is we have a graph showing exactly the amount of money that is entering into the sectors. And also we share information about the various communities that are going to receive government project and tell them how to follow the money. That's why we have Follow the Money in Cameroon. And I can say that we are improving. The citizens are beginning to see that it is our responsibility to make sure that Cameroon becomes a member, not only at the level of the government or the parliament, but it's everybody's responsibility. We all need to make sure that we dip our hands in working and making sure that Cameroon becomes a member. So we see that advocating for OGP in Cameroon is going to it's important because the implementation of public policies, transparency and access to information, it's very important in monitoring the evolutions of projects in different communities or in different regions in Cameroon. And also the declaration of access of elected officials is also important to anticipate misappropriation and corruption. So we make sure that we use I think COVID-19 and cholera, because Cameroon is also facing the cholera crisis. We are using this crisis as an opportunity to advocate for the importance of OGP, of Cameroon becoming a member, because if we become a member, we are not going to face the crisis of having access to some important information. We're not going to face crisis of misappropriation, I think, and corruption. So we don't find ourselves going back to the same problems that we faced during the COVID-19. But if we become a member, we think things are going to change, and the health sector is going to feel more relief based on what has been happening. So so far, that's what Cameroon is doing. We are still advocating, we are still bringing engaging citizens and different stakeholders on the importance of Cameroon becoming a member of the OGP, and we are also working towards having the better scores so that we become eligible in becoming a member of the OGP. Thank you.